The man dramatically tore off a corner of a playing card, then handed the card to a beautiful woman. Next, he placed the card back into the deck. In the very next second, all the cards flew and landed on the woman's thigh. To everyone's shock, the corner-torn three of spades actually pierced through her stockings and stuck to her skin. The crowd gasped in amazement, calling it an impressive magic trick. But a little boy nearby just scoffed. It turned out the soul inside the boy's body was actually that of the world's greatest magician. Just the day before, he had been performing an extremely dangerous underwater escape trick. To break a new record, he had even added several thick chains to bind himself. But just as he was about to unlock the final shackle, he noticed something off in the water's taste. His head began to spin. He immediately realized someone had drugged the water. The exit was completely locked. He desperately pounded on the glass to call for help, but the host thought he was just adding dramatic effect. No one knew the man was actually crying for help. By the time the audience sensed something was wrong, the magician inside the tank had already stopped breathing. The legendary magician died on stage, only to find his soul reincarnated into a young boy. This little boy was born into a family of magicians, but had always been looked down upon due to his lack of talent. Now, after his parents' passing, his uncles had set their eyes on taking over the family's magic museum. His older sister, who didn't have much talent either, was deeply worried. The uncle had issued an ultimatum. If the girl couldn't prove her magical skills by tomorrow, he would seize full ownership of the museum. The little boy didn't care. Since he had borrowed this body, he would help his sister protect their family legacy. However, he insisted that the contest was unfair. If the uncle lost, he should also hand over his part of the museum. Everyone laughed at his words, thinking the child was just being naive. The uncle's two sons eagerly accepted the challenge, proposing a magic contest against the girl, agreeing that the winner would inherit the museum. None of them realized that the boy standing before them was now the reincarnation of a top-tier magician. The first round of the contest was called Magic Restoration. One side would perform a trick, and if the other could expose how it worked, the performer would lose. The sister, not trusting the boy yet, volunteered to go first. She brought out a giant playing card, waved her hand gently, and a large hole appeared in the center of the card. She reached through the hole and pulled out any object she wanted. Even more astonishingly, she then removed the hole itself and restored the card completely. The audience was amazed, praising her trick as brilliant. The girl was confident this round was hers, but the little boy immediately saw through it. The trick was just a fusion of two classic illusions with nothing original. As expected, his cousin watched her performance and smirked. He went on stage, effortlessly replicated the exact same trick, and received thunderous applause. Then he showcased his signature move. He invited a beautiful woman on stage, had her pick a card and tear off one corner, then placed the card back into the deck. With a gentle flick, the card appeared inside her stockings, stuck directly to her skin. The girl had never seen anything like it and couldn't figure out the trick. She admitted defeat for round one. Round two began.